Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to IVG. Oh shit, sorry. Blah 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 blah. What's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of Fallout 76. I'm Nash, and I'm joined today with Sam and Gagan.
Hey
What's up,
guys,
guys?
what's up?
And we're just going to be playing Fallout 76, checking out the game, talking about what we like, what we don't like, and just
So wait,
messing
just to be
about.
clear, you're playing this alone. We're just like watching.
Yes,
Yeah,
but this game does have co-op because it's an MMO, so you can play this cooperatively with your friends, and
right.
it's a big open world, so you can actually have opponents come in and kill you as well because it's an MMO, right?
No.
Right, but there are a lot of PvE moments as well, right? I mean, there are some missions in which you're just facing off against the enemy and no other players are
Yeah,
involved.
yeah. So the game itself is PvE. Like all missions are PvE based. It's just that
Yeah,
like enemies can fuck with you if they wanna. Like it's
other players, you
yeah,
mean?
other players. So as you can
Oh
see
man.
right now, I'm actually not able to run for too long because I'm over encumbered, which means I've I've hoarded more than I can. So I'm actually going to show you guys some crafting once this dude can start running again. So for the guys who played Fallout 4, this will be quite familiar because there's a lot of crafting in this game. In fact, here's one of the workbenches right now. This is a chemistry workbench, but you can have other workbenches where you can craft armor and you can craft weapons. What I'm gonna do is I'm
Right.
gonna scrap some of the shit I don't need so you guys can see the crafting system as well. Um, so this is my inventory, and I'm just gonna be. I don't know why I picked up the most random shit out there.
How deep are you into the game right now? I mean, how many hours?
So I'm like 6 7 hours into the game,
Okay.
and I'm still playing through the base game content itself. So the whole idea of relaunching this was with this something called the Wastelander update, which is where
Okay.
they've introduced. So you guys remember what Bungie did with Destiny, the Taken King? It's kind of like that, where they've kind
Yeah.
of
Okay.
revamped a lot of the game. They've added in a lot of new stuff, and I think I have to. 1 second, I gotta break up shotgun because they're the heaviest. Yeah,
Isn't
okay.
this free to play now?
No, it's not. The Wastelanders update is free. This is
Well,
not
it
free.
should
This
be free to
costs
play.
like 3,000 bucks. Okay, so now I can move in peace. My action points are not going down. So yeah, so like I was saying, so they've kind of redone the whole game, but you can only encounter all the new content once you hit level 20, and as of now, I'm only level like 8. So I've already engaged some
Okay.
dudes right now. Dude,
So is everything? So
fuck.
can you choose? Oh, this is another human player or what?
No, this is an NPC, Scorched.
Oh, okay.
Hey, so what was this whole fiasco about? Like, what was broken in this game that created such an uproar back in the day? This released in 2018, right?
Yeah, 2018. So the deal is that, dude, like, for a AAA game, first I'm going to go with the bad, right? So for a AAA
Yeah.
game, is definitely very janky. I don't know if that comes across while I'm playing this, but combat feels like mad janky. So if you guys have played Fallout, you'll see
Yeah.
that they had something called the VATS before, right? The VAT
Yeah.
system where you could slow time down, take these nice shots, have blood, guts, and gore everywhere. And I just realized after playing Fallout 76 that VATS is actually what made the game fun because without that, the shooting feels like mad clunky. Because and being that this is an MMO, I can't pause the game, so there's no tactical pause available.
Oh.
So that was one of the things guys didn't like when the game launched. Then like with
So
like
they didn't use the Max Payne approach, where everything in front of you pauses.
yeah, like Max Payne 3. Yeah, yeah. I really wish they had done that though, but they didn't. So whatever. Anyway,
Right.
so that had happened. Then the fact that the game was super glitchy, but that's kind of expected with any MMO, to be honest with you. Any MMO on
Yeah.
launch date is fairly glitchy. And one of the big issues people had weirdly was that there were no NPCs in the game. And you got
Okay.
all your quests from like audio logs and bots and stuff like that. So now they've added in a lot of NPCs. They've done more to make this game feel like a Fallout game, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Right.
In
So
fact, I remember back a little after it released,
yeah,
the players themselves started behaving like NPCs, and they would
yeah,
guide other
yeah.
players
So
into quests and
people
all.
kind of like that kind of role playing, right? Where they don't want to
Yeah.
feel like, so they want to feel like the game is what's that word? It's lived in. They don't want to feel that they're
Okay.
just running around with like random people. But yeah,
Yeah.
so I'm enjoying the game, to be honest. But one thing that really hurts the game is the combat. Like, and this is an action game throughout, right? So it's like
Mm-hmm.
super janky, man. And once again,
But
right
since
now
the
I'm fighting with low
since
level
the game
guys.
is but
Yeah,
since the game is now an MMO,
yeah,
can you still like play through it as like solo,
yeah, yeah.
or it's better if
So
you
the whole
just
game
party
can
up?
be played solo. So it really depends on you. So all the quests initially are designed uh, to be solo player friendly. So you won't have to
Okay.
party up, but obviously higher level stuff, end game stuff requires you to party up with friends. It also depends on the kind of gamer you are. Do you like listening to the lore? Do you like paying attention to the story? Then hell yeah, you play that shit solo. If you just want to run around, have some fun with friends, fuck around, kill shit, then it's not bad. But it's still not worth the price, to be honest. It's like 4,000 bucks almost. Oops, I'm about that.
So if there are no NPCs, who really gives you the quests and who
No,
gives
there
you
are
the
NPCs
rewards
now.
for
That's what I'm saying.
completing?
This update added in like a shitload of NPCs.
Oh, nice, nice,
Yeah, so
nice.
it feels like a Fallout game. It feels like a single player
Okay.
game, which I personally found that was a little weird. I'm like, if you want to feel like that, then play the old Fallout games. Like I don't know why people would play an MMO, but to each his own.
That has always been the question, man. Why? Why did that they even make this Fallout 76? Who asked for this?
I honestly don't know because I mean it's clear that Bethesda does feel that there's some scope in the game because they worked on this game like a whole lot. And if you see 1 second, I don't know if you guys can see this, but the game world is massive. Anything I look at like that, structure further off, I can go and visit it. There'll probably be a high level quest there. I'm looking at the map right now. I'm just zooming out so you guys can see the map, and the map is positively massive. So you can spend hours of playing this game if that's your kind of thing.
Yeah. Wow, this is pretty huge, actually.
It is big, and one of the things that you can actually do in this game, which you which they started doing with Fallout 4, was you can make your own camp. So in
Okay.
fact, I think one of my camps is still active, which I had made a while back. If I could just fast travel to that, I
So
just need to
is it
find it.
persistent in the world? As in, like, can other people visit your camp if they
Yes,
want?
they want. Yes, they can. But here's the weird part. Now I can't find my own camp. I'm finding everyone's camp but mine. It's just really weird though. But yeah, I'll actually, if I can't find the map, I'll just show you guys the interface. So because the maps kind of to creating a camp uses a lot of resources that I don't have right now.
Okay.
So I won't be able to do that. So in fact, let's get on with the quest instead of me just wasting my ammo. So another thing, that this is more of a survival game. So ammo is
Hmm.
scarce. You won't have all the ammo in the world. Right now, I'm well fed, well rested, and I'm fairly well hydrated. But if I don't eat and drink and rest, I will start taking a lot more damage. My action points go down. I won't be able to run. I won't be able to sprint. I won't be able to jump. So you have to
Oh.
perpetually keep an eye out on your stamina. And like older games, just FYI, this can be played in both first and third person. Not a big deal, but just saying. Okay.
So does that add like a little more element of challenge to it compared to, say,
Ooh.
people who've been playing World of Warcraft or even Elder Scrolls Online?
So
I don't think
actually, good
stamina was
to.
that big an element there.
So honestly, I've not played World of Warcraft, so I can't comment. But this, the thing is that it won't be like that because this game adopts more of a survival aspect to it, right? Post-apocalypse, survival kind of stuff. I'm guessing that's why
Yeah.
this is there, and I don't think this kind of a thing is there in Elder Scrolls as well online. But now that you mentioned it, I think people who play Elder Scrolls can relate the most to this because once again, if Fallout 76 is like the online version of Fallout, Elder Scrolls Online is like the online version of Skyrim. So you can play Skyrim with
Yeah, yeah.
friends. But even that is quite janky combat wise. Now I got this fucking high level Scorch Beast here, but it's not attacking me, so I'm good. I'm good. So I'm going to just fast travel to a mission giver so you guys can see. I'm so confused. There's so many markers on my map right now.
The game looks pretty good though. It's quite dense, the
So
forest area
that's
and all,
another thing. For
especially.
an MMO, it's really well optimized. I would say that,
Yeah.
and I think that was one of the issues most people had with the game, right? But they seem to have
Hmm.
fixed quite a bit of that. Flatwoods, I think it is. Yeah, okay.
So coming from Fallout 4, how long did it take you to figure this stuff out? Because
I'm
that
still
was
learning.
also one of the issues.
I'm still actually
Okay.
learning because once I'm level 9 by the way. So like with an MMO, there's always mechanics you keep learning, right? And right now
Sure.
I'm still at the lower rung where I haven't really. I'm just scratching the surface of the game, but there's a lot more to learn as you kind of level up because crafting plays a very important role. So one of the things you should really do in this game, if you do play this game, is just hoard and hoard. So I just got a notification right now that my dude's very thirsty, and I'm
Oh,
radiated as well. So I'm just gonna pop into my inventory. I'm gonna go to my aid, and I'm gonna drink some beer because I can, and because I have no human food
nice.
on me, I'm gonna eat some dog food because it's just like bad days, dude. And I'm gonna just take some rad away, which is something that removes all my radiation. So I think if you guys have played the older Fallout games, this will be familiar to you. I think Gagan, you've played them, so you should know what I'm talking about.
Yeah. Yeah, I played Fallout 3 quite a bit and Fallout 4 not as much. But yeah, I kind of, in fact, the crafting angle was the one thing that kind of turned me off in Fallout 4. So I'm not sure
Yeah.
if this thing is exactly for
So the
me.
thing is that in Fallout 4, it wasn't like I think as far as I remember, it wasn't compulsory, but here it's like a
Yeah, it
huge
wasn't.
part of the game. So for sure, if you don't like the crafting aspect, like definitely do
Yeah.
not play this game.
Yeah, as far as crafting goes, as in like I think I've pretty much maxed out my crafting abilities in Animal Crossing New
Sure,
Horizons.
sure.
Where I'm customizing everything, but yeah, but this thing is a little more hardcore and it requires you to hoard quite a lot, as in what I even remember in Fallout 4. And you have to just pick up these random little objects, which is, I think, a big part of any RPG nowadays, any Western RPG. But still, it just becomes too much hoarding and too much of recipe hunting and all to be fun for me.
But that's actually one part. That's actually one part of online games that most people really enjoy because otherwise you can play any action game, or even the
Right,
mainline
right, right.
games. So I think a lot of guys really like that, which is why they've done this. So fast traveling in this game is there, which is great, but it's not
Hmm.
free. So every time you fast travel, you got to pay a certain amount of caps, which is the currency in this game. The
Oh
closer
man.
the distance, the lesser the caps, and further the distance, obviously, more caps. So I'm on a mission right now. Before I was just farting around, I'm on a mission right now
Right.
where I have to make my way to a town of sorts. So we can keep talking while I make my way there.
So tell me one thing, does this game seem unfair in that way? As in, does it try to get caps out of you for just about every little thing? Like, say, for example, fast travel is something that I would use just that I would take for granted to be free in most
Sure.
games.
I mean, it's
But
not so.
yeah,
Just an FI. It's not real world money. It's your in-game
yeah,
currency,
for
which you
sure.
earn fairly well. Like you do anything, you almost get caps. You kill dudes, you can loot caps of them. You do certain missions, you get rewarded in caps. So in a way, it's. I think they've done it in a way that they want people to kind of explore the game world and not just like zip across from time to time. And by the
Oh,
time you've
And can you
seen,
can you buy more? Can you buy more currency in the game?
yeah. So there's a microtransaction store. It's called the Atom Store, where you can either buy or you can unlock stuff using the atomic points that you have. So every quest you complete, every challenge you do rewards you with something called atomic points, and these points can be used to kind of buy stuff for your character, be it swag, or you can buy certain, let's say, ornaments for your camp. Make your camp look really baller. You can do like random shit like that. In fact, let me just go into the Atom shop right now and show you how it looks. Okay. So it takes a few seconds to load up, and I'm just throwing it up on the screen right now.
hmm.
So you can see you have skins, you have you have different cool looking those heavy armors. Yeah, I forgot what they're called, man. Power armors. You have
Yeah.
you can choose emotes. You can do a bunch of stuff. So and if you see the currency over here, this is the atoms that you buy stuff with. Now right now I only have 200 atoms, so a lot of this shit is unaffordable. But I can buy atoms with obviously with real world money.
Okay.
Oh, and another thing that this game does is, which I found a little weird to be honest, is uh, So you're playing on the server and you have these guys who kind of just come to grief you, right? High level guys. They'll come, they'll fucking kill you, take all your stuff because they can. So what this game's done
Hmm.
is it allows you to rent private servers for a certain cost, and it's
Oh.
I think it's called something called the Fallout First membership, where it allows you to access. Oh, I think there's a guy here. 1 second. Where it allows you to access these servers, and then you have unlimited storage space and stuff like that. So I mean, I found that a little weird though because I'm anyway paying like 4-5 grand for a full price game, and then
Yeah,
have all
So
this
yeah,
they do
nonsense.
so
seem to
it's
be
it's
nickel and
it's
diming you.
so it's like a easy mode basically.
What's that?
It's like you're buying. It's like you're buying an easy mode. You're buying like protection from higher level players. You're
Yeah,
buying more
kinda,
inventory space,
kinda.
stuff like that.
But I mean, I can see that making sense if, like, let's say there were like 10 of us and we didn't want to be griefed at all. But then again, it's like weird because that is generally part and parcel of online gaming. And to be honest, that in fact is part of where some of the thrill is, because you want to see how well you're doing against other people. Can you hold your ground? Do you have enough good gear? Do you have good weapons? But once
And does
again,
this thing last for like a limited amount of time?
what's
This
that?
thing that you buy, this private server that you would pay
No, I
for.
think so. Honestly, I haven't looked into it because it cost like 1,800 bucks. I was like, you know what, fuck that. But I think it's as long as you own the pass and you own it, I think it's for keeps. And obviously, not all of us need to have it. So if I have it, I can invite you, my friends, to that server. So it's not that
Okay.
everyone has to take that pass as well.
So, is there like a faster way to travel besides fast travel if you if you
No,
want to like
no, so there are no vehicles in this game.
so just very slow
What?
running?
Yeah, it's slow running. But that's the whole charm of Fallout, right? You want to explore the wasteland. So if running around from point to point is your thing, oh fuck, there's heavy radiation here. So if running from point to point is your thing, then this is not the kind of game for you, to be honest, because you want to take your time, you want to chill.
No, the reason I ask is because then the fast travel the cost becomes all the more important because
For
if your
sure, like
mission is far away, yeah.
if my objective is like mad far away, then I definitely shoot. What the? Let me shoot. Oh, 1 second. I just got. Oh, and there's a dog. Yeah, shit. Like an aggro dude. Attack dog. Ooh. But so you see, VATS would have really helped me right now. I'm fucking struggling
Yeah.
with this dog here. And the combat's really janky. It's not like I can't shoot the dog, I can't shoot a moving target, but he's gonna get me. So I'm gonna let him kill me. So if I had a friend with me, and if I call for help, he'll see this icon over my head. It's like, hey, help me. But there's no one here with me, so I'm just gonna die.
Damn.
Yeah. Okay. I think that was a very high
So,
level area, so I'm definitely not gonna go there again. Sorry, yeah, go on.
yeah. No, so getting back to that whole fast travel thing,
Oh,
that
sorry,
seems
I'm
to be
fast
a
traveling
trend
to
now.
my camp, so you guys can see my
Yeah.
camp. Yeah.
Is there like a filter where you can filter all these?
Icons? Yeah, I'm sure I can.
Yeah.
But those are other players. So generally, if I wanted to, I could kind of approach a player, put my voice chat on, ask him if he wanted to party up, if he wanted to trade. You can do all that
No,
stuff.
I mean if you want to like since you couldn't find your camp, would filtering have helped?
Yeah, for sure. It would have. Okay. So this. Oh shit! My camp just burning down, dude. Like what the fuck? What? Oh. Okay. Look at that. So I got a very angry possum kind of shooting shit up in my camp, but it's done. Okay, so this is my camp. It's super bare bones, with just like one
Okay.
turret and one floor, and and it's got one workbench. It's got one cooking station.
That's all you need. All the essentials are there.
Yeah, that's all I
Turret,
needed.
floor.
Fucking possum. So if I take the possum meat, by the way, I could actually cook it. I'm going to show you guys how to do that as well. So I can cook food, and that'll replenish my health and my hunger as well. But if I don't think I have water. Shit, I don't think I have wood. But if I don't cook the meat fast enough, the meat can go rotten and kind of, hurt your stomach and stuff like that.
Oh man.
So these
that's
are all the
like way
different
too
things
much.
I can. Yeah, so I mean, they've gone quite intense when it comes to the whole survival angle aspect. I will say that. They definitely.
Yeah.
So this will appeal.
There is an audience for it, for sure.
For sure, they're definitely going to appeal more to the guys. And This is fun with friends because I played this game with Bully or Nikhil, as some of you guys may know him, and it was quite a bit of fun. But both of us, after a while, we got really bummed out with the jank. You know, like there's only so much I can play with this kind of gameplay. How do I go on FPS view?
So
So
overall, I mean, would you still recommend this right now in 2020
I would
or April
recommend it to
2020?
like either real diehard fans of the franchise, or I would recommend it to people who really want to try out a survival game. But then again, there are cheaper games to kind of try out first before you spend so much money on a game this expensive, you know.
Yeah,
And
the cost seems
did
to
you
be
play
the
this
bigger
game when
problem.
it first came out?
I did, yeah, I did.
And has it improved a lot since then?
I'll say visually it looks much better. Mechanically, it plays a little better, a little bit. But that jank, which I'm not a big fan of, has always been there. And I don't think that's going anywhere because that is what this game is like. It's an MMO, and so there can't be any VATs or anything like that. I think maybe once I get better weapons, so if you see the guys, I mean, so if you guys see the weapons I'm using, they even sound like toy guns, you know, Nerf guns, like put, 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 put. They got like no pop to them. Maybe I get that later down the line. And also another thing is there's weapon degradation. So I use a weapon too much, it's just going to break in my hand. And I can't use it till I
Oh
repair it,
man,
for which I need a repair kit.
that's just like they just thrown everything in there to make it like really difficult for you, haven't they?
Yeah, kinda. But you know, it's not that tough to be honest. It's just that I'm like at a really shitty level right now. Plus, I don't have a lot of good gear. Oh shit! And I don't have a lot of good gear with me.
Yeah,
But otherwise,
I
it's
guess
not too
like
bad.
the first 15 levels are always a grind anyway in any
For
MMO.
sure.
You won't be enjoying the game as much, but I guess after that it should improve.
And I have a lot of these bolt action weapons, right? So I don't have any like I don't have ammo. So I have this nice pistol, but I have only 7 rounds. This is a nice rapid fire pistol, but I don't have ammo for it. I have a laser gun. I don't have ammo for that. I'm fucking dying, man. I got no ammo for most of the good stuff. And my shotgun's about to break, so anyway.
Wow.
Yeah, but to answer your question, I would not recommend this game at this price, for sure. If this hits a bit of a, you know, if it's even available for half the price, then yes, then I would recommend it. Once again, only if you like these kind of slow-paced games, because as you guys have seen, the footage has not been like super interesting yet, and this is pretty much what there is. You know, maybe there'll be more enemies on screen,
Yeah.
or maybe I'll fight bigger enemies, but like there isn't a whole lot of stuff happening here in this game.
Yeah, so far.
Yeah, so far. So if you like survival games, if you like the whole Fallout universe, you'll enjoy this game. But if you don't, then you know, try other cheaper indie games maybe first, or try Fallout 4 first, and then see if you like the mix of both those genres, and then you'll have Fallout 76.
Right. So you know what, like games like Ark Survival and all that, and that you have to kind of punch trees to get wood and kind of build stuff out of that. Is there like a tree chopping element or anything
There's
in
no
which you
tree
can change
chopping
the
element
landscape?
because I get wood by so a lot of the so all the materials that you'll see, you essentially get them by dismantling other weapons. So let's say I pick up a
Okay.
baseball bat, I dismantle it, I'll get my wood. If I dismantle my
Oh,
clothes, I'll get cloth, and then I can use that to craft better armor, or I can use that to craft maybe a baseball with spikes on it.
right, right.
So
So
right
there's
now,
no way you can change the landscape in any way.
no, you if you mean like this tree in front of me, I can't cut it down. No.
Okay,
You can't cut
fair
that down.
enough.
Yeah, you can definitely. So there are other things that you can salvage. You can salvage steel, metal. You can do a lot of stuff that way. But yeah, you can't like. So for example, there's a lot of junk here, right? You see all these broken down cars, but I can't salvage those cars, or I can't salvage any of this stuff here.
Right, right, right.
Yeah.
I guess that would go into the Minecraft and Dragon Quest
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
builders
for sure,
territory.
for sure. And I don't think this game wants to go so hard with that.
Yeah.
I think, I think they definitely, given that like the whole world's at home right now, I think they're also going to be doing some free weekends for this game, you know, because they want more people to play this game. Oh, sorry, I should have spoken about this earlier, but you know, if you guys remember, back in the day, most MMOs had a subscription fee. This one does
Yeah.
not. You buy the game and that's it.
Okay. It's good.
It's not like a huge plus point because most games have that games as a service model right now. But yeah,
Hmm. But have they added any content to the game since it
yeah,
launched?
the
Like
Wastelanders content. That's the new content.
besides the
Which
besides.
um, I think they've added more NPCs and they probably added some new quests. But right now, I'm just grinding it out through the basic content because I don't have access to all the new content. I mean, I don't have access to it because I'm very low level right now. Actually,
Hmm.
since you guys are here, I'm gonna try and take on some super mutants. You see how bad I'm gonna die here. Super mutants were like the toughest games in, I mean, the toughest enemies in the older Fallout games, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Three
Right.
Oh
shots,
wow.
three shots, and I'm fucked. I'll take one guy outside for sure. Oh, there you go. What's up, edge? Oh, maybe I don't have to die. So you see, my VATS is not. I mean, I have VATS, but it's not pausing my game. And in
Yeah,
fact,
yeah.
it's hardly doing any damage to that dude.
Yeah, that's the thing. How effective is it? I've seen the grid come up, but I don't know if it's really
It's not
making that
super
much of a
effective
difference.
because I need kind of perks to make sure I get my full use out of VATS, right? And this guy, he's armored up, so I'm shooting him. I'm getting like no damage on him. Now maybe I got some damage on him.
So it doesn't look as cool without slowing down.
It does not. It's not even that much fun to be honest with you.
Oh,
Oh, maybe I will survive this. What do you- Yep, survived it.
So, if you had a chance to continue playing this game or replay Fallout 4, can you go back to Fallout 4? Or would you prefer this?
You mean personally, what I would do?
Yeah, yeah.
Personally, I would definitely be tempted to go back to Fallout 4 because for me, VATS was like the main thing, you know, like just popping a mutant's head in fucking slow mo, watching its actual brain
hmm.
fly out towards me, dude, that shit was satisfying. No matter how many times I
Yeah.
did that, you know. And in this, I'm just not feeling the combat. And in an action game, if you're not feeling the combat, it's kind of like not a good sign. But I'll be honest, like right now, I'm enjoying the game world. The fact that, you know, I'm just like chilling, I'm moving about, I'm seeing what's coming my way. I kind of enjoy that aspect of things. But
Okay.
the glowing thingy, dude. But yeah, but the bad combat definitely makes it tougher for me to enjoy it. I would not recommend this game for you guys for sure right now. I think Sam's like playing an
Yeah.
MMO of sorts of himself, right, with the crew.
Kind of.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
more like a. It's more like an always online racing game. I wouldn't call it an MMO though because uh, a lot of it is like it's got a very separate offline and online mode.
Oh,
So
you can
I
play
don't
that game
think.
offline?
No, as an offline, as you can play completely solo. It
Oh,
is an
okay.
always online game, but you don't encounter. So it's not like in this sort of game where they can actually come and interfere in your game, right?
Okay.
Human players can. In the two you can't. So you can choose to play purely single player, even if other people are in the game in your game world. You can
Got
choose
it.
to play solo entire. But they do have a crew system where you can party up with your friends and you earn better rewards if you play together. If you enter events together.
We
There
should
is a
actually
first.
take a better look at that game as well. Because I'm really interested in
Yeah,
trying it out now
I
that.
actually I actually went I actually went back to the game because the free weekend was there and it reminded me back to it. But I've streamed the game a bit, and even when I've not been streaming, I've been playing it quite a bit and been really enjoying it.
You've been enjoying. I don't know if you guys are seeing this, but all my weapons are slowly fucking broken. And that's like a big
Yeah,
issue.
yeah.
Woo, where I got these guys. So super mutants, they really like test your. So you see the now if you see the caps, I only got 2 caps from killing a super mutant, which is
Wow.
definitely restrictive because in Fallout 4 I would have got a lot more, you know. And Fallout 4. So the
Yeah.
thing is that with an MMO and with a game that has an economy, I guess this is the way of balancing it out. Otherwise, in like a couple of hours, I'll have so many caps, I won't know what to do with them.
So wait, once you kill these guys and you get loot off them, like
Yeah.
do you have to go bank it somewhere or it stays with you even if you die?
It stays with me even if I die, but if I have too much of it, I'm not going to be able to run or jump like I'm doing right now, right? So I'll show you my inventory. It's actually the inventory is another thing I'm not a big fan of. If you see, it's like mad cluttered. I'm just bringing up the inventory screen right now. And now, if I want to basically get something, I have to scroll through all of this. I'll be
Right.
like,
That's terrible,
oh,
man.
where's that? I can, so I can make like a quick select wheel, but then again, I'm capped at only like 10 slots. And in these 10 slots, I should be able to balance like a little bit of everything, you know. And if things
No.
constantly break, then I gotta go back to my inventory, replace the broken weapon with a good weapon, and continue.
Didn't one of these Fallout games have the inventory as a mobile app also?
I think that was Fallout
Or
Shelter,
am
but that
I?
was a separate game. That's the only mobile game
No,
of Fallout.
that was a
Yeah,
separate game
yeah.
entirely. Like I don't know, maybe I'm mistaken. Like I think it was Fallout 4. Because the Fallout 4 Collector's Edition had a Pip-Boy, like a replica,
Okay.
in which you could actually fit your phone in there. And I think there was a Pip-Boy app which could, like a second screen. I'll
Yeah, that
read
was
up on it
Fallout
if it's
4.
Probably.
Fallout 4, right? So there was an app. There was an app for the
So a lot
inventory,
of
which
games
I guess.
actually allow you to do that. So Destiny 2 has something called the Destiny Companion app, where you can once you're out of the game, you log into your account through the app, and you can actually like play around with your inventory and stuff like that. So maybe it's the same concept.
Yeah. Even Need for Speed Heat, where they've had a lot of customization. There's actually a customization app called Need for
Right,
Speed Heat
right.
Studio, where you can customize your cars on the app and you're not playing the game also. So,
And that app was released much before the game, so you could actually have your
yeah,
customized car ready to go.
yeah.
In fact, I have a question about that your slot, I mean, sorry, your camp that you have over
Ha.
here again. So, like, it's a persistent world, right? So
Yes.
that is permanently your camp.
Yes.
So what if there are like millions of players playing this at one time? They all like, wouldn't this place get
Yeah,
overcrowded
so
with
I think
camps?
there are different instances for different players, and I'm playing on different servers, right? So let's say I'm on one server,
Oh,
you may not necessarily be on that server, unless like we
yeah.
choose Asia as a region, and generally servers are always kind of broken up per area. Oh, what the fuck?
Right, right.
So that's how they kind of balance it out. uh, I will say this though, the game has been fairly well received, like the guys who played the game before and when they played it
Hmm.
now, they were like, we really like the changes. But once again, those are like die-hard Fallout purists who love the universe, who love the concept, who don't mind the clunky combat, for example. But for
Yeah.
newcomers, I would definitely, because the thing is that the barrier to entry is too high, man. Like on Steam right now, the game's selling for like three and a half thousands. That's too much of a price to see whether you may or may not like a game.
That's true.
And right now, I'm
I
just
guess they have to
exploring.
run the servers.
And there are so many survival games.
Yeah,
There's so many
true.
free to play survival games also.
And even if you don't go for free to play, you have ones that cost you like $500, right? $600.
Yeah.
And you know what? Here's the thing. Normally, you would say, okay, but this is a AAA game by Bethesda Studio, but the mechanics don't really reflect that, which I
True.
find really weird. So you may as well play a fucking indie game that'll set you back by $500. Now this
Yeah,
is
and
like a,
probably be
Huh.
probably sorry.
and it'll probably be a little more fun and maybe accessible to more players, more of your
Maybe.
friends. Like maybe not all your friends want to buy a 3,500 game.
For sure, man. Like I would not buy a game that's so expensive, and if I was not sure about it, like I don't want to spend money on
That's
stuff I
also a
may or may not
two-year-old
play.
game.
2-year-old game, exactly, and one that requires. See, today we're lucky. We live in cities. We have fairly robust internet connections, but like even you guys sometimes get a lot of drops. So you'll be dropped from the game world whenever you play. That's the thing.
Yeah, that's pointless.
And for a lot of guys living in like the smaller cities, that is a big issue. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, this was it.
It does look fun though,
I mean, it's
a little bit.
yeah, I would definitely say if there's a free weekend, try it out for sure. It's a
Yeah,
little bit of
there
a
is some charm to it.
yeah. There is some like right now while I was talking, I was just exploring this whole world, and I lost track of time doing that. And it's fun because you'll have these random super mutants coming at you. You'll have some fucking vicious dogs coming to bite your face off. So it's cool. It's got its charm, but not 3,500 rupee charm.
Yeah.
True. But there's quite a bit of effort that's gone into the game world, and you
Most
can tell.
def. Most def. In fact, it's one of their biggest game balls. I feel. I think there was a. I think there was a picture on Reddit or something, or there was a post somewhere where they said that this is 2 or 3x the size of Fallout 4, which I thought was a massive game ball to begin with. Anyway, so there's definitely a lot of
I
so
think I think they should have. I think initially what they should have probably done is made it like a traditional Fallout game, but add co-op to it rather than making it an MMO. Because I think the bit off more than they could chew. Because like you don't like Bethesda is a very sort of single player, deep like massive game world sort of RPG studio, and I think they bit off more than they could chew with Fallout 76. I think they could have implemented online, but in different ways, and then see how that worked out.
Yeah,
maybe.
I just feel like I think that they're looking at different options to probably have persistent revenue from the same properties that they have, and also I think that this was an attempt on that. I think Elder Scrolls Online
So
has worked out fairly well
they
for
could
them.
have gone the I think they could have gone the Destiny way, which was also sort of uh, they could have, for example, where they could have more content coming in all the time with more in-game stuff or whatever. But I think MMO I think they took it a bit farther than they could also handle. I mean,
Yeah,
that was
yeah.
the sort of feedback that was coming initially, at least at launch.
I think what they try to do is basically they do something in the Elder Scrolls universe and they kind of try to do the same thing or a similar thing in the Fallout universe, at least since Fallout 3. So I think they've just been following that
No,
formula, maybe.
but it's how it's an RPG without NPCs.
Yeah,
It doesn't make sense. That's one of the
yeah,
basic things
that's
you
bizarre.
expect.
I actually don't think they thought this through because it's going to be a couple of years till their next proper output. So I think this was something that players could play in the interim period because there was that game they announced at E3, that Star game or something. Uh, that's like 2 3 years away. The next Elder Scrolls game
Yeah,
is a bunch of years
yeah, the
away.
one in space, basically.
Space, yeah. So I'm guessing they said, yeah,
Starlink, right?
yeah. So whatever they said that we needed something for our players to play in the meantime, and this is what they
Right.
came up with. But I will commend them on sticking with the game and not giving up the game totally. So they stuck with it, they relaunched it, and I guess their audience is kind of happy with it. So what's this dude?
Hey, so which kind of reminds me of Anthem. What's up with that, man?
So Anthem's gonna get a full revamp as well. But now
Yeah,
with the whole COVID situation, I don't know if they can.
I guess it's delayed.
Because they finished off 90, maybe 95% of the work on Fallout 76 before the shit hit the fan. So they could maybe wrap
Yeah.
something up. I doubt the Anthem guys will be able to work on it from home and then release it.
So the game is called Starfield, by the way.
Starfield, yes. Starfield.
Yeah, that'll be fun to see. I mean,
Oh,
I
I'm
don't think
back
we
in my
have
camp.
got anything. I don't think we've got anything fun to see. I mean, like anything on that theme since the Mass Effect games, and yeah, I think this should
I'll
be
be
interesting.
honest, I'm actually looking forward to Anthem because their mechanics were solid. I enjoyed flying. I enjoyed combat. It's just that game was a slog because there was no real content in the game. So yeah, but if they fix that, they can definitely turn it around. And that's the kind of thing going around the gaming industry, right? You launch a product, it may or may not be well received. You work on that shit. A year later, you either relaunch it or keep supporting it, and then people come back to doing it. Like Ubisoft has been doing a great job of it this gen. I think like all their
Yeah,
games are well supported.
yeah.
Yeah, even the one that you think cannot be doing as well, like For Honor. Like even For Honor keeps getting
Dude,
seasons
For Honor
in the
has a
face.
great community. So I think a lot of these guys are now very content with their niche communities. Not everyone wants to
Yeah.
appeal to everyone. So I think that's what Fallout is. It's appealing to that niche survival Fallout loving community, and it's super happy where it is. And
Yeah, because in any case, like even in free-to-play games, the money that the game makes is from a very small percentage of players who kind of
exactly.
contribute most of the money to it. It works the same way investing in these games also. Like your hardcore For Honor players, your hardcore Fallout 76 players are the ones who might be spending the most in the game.
Definitely, you and I are not going to spend money on this game because we may or may not play this game for a while. But like, I did spend a little money in Division 2 because I've been playing the game so much. So I said, you know what, I'm going to spend some money buying some stuff from the store. I bought the battle pass in Call of Duty Modern Warfare, something I'm not very proud of, but I bought it because I play that game a lot, you know. So it all boils up. Like, think about it, Sam. If there was some shit coming out in the crew and you play the game, you may not mind plonking a bit or down on it, right? Because you're like, hell
True,
yeah.
true, true. No, like Forza Horizon, I bought all the expansion. Like there's expansion that add a new island. There's an expansion that added a whole like Hot Wheels. Like it turned the entire Forza Horizon game into Hot Wheels
Oh,
with the Hot
Right.
Wheels tracks and all that kind of stuff. So I actually bought that stuff. So yeah, I know exactly what you mean.
Hey, there was even a Lego one, right? Like that.
There is a Lego one. They were also recently added a Top Gear. They added Top Gear events, and they added Eliminator, which
Nice.
is of course the battle royale stuff.
In
hey,
fact,
did
like yeah, I do the same thing for Mortal Kombat and Injustice.
there
Then,
you go.
I buy everything.
So it really depends on your preferences or what you like, you know. Oh,
Yeah.
caps. Hell yeah, give me some caps. So yeah, I think you guys want to add anything else? I think we kind of said whatever needs to be
Yeah.
said about Fallout.
Honestly, looking at this stream, I actually am impressed that there's so much variety in the game world. Because for whatever I've seen, screenshots, videos, or whatever, it looked very barren to me. But
Oh no, no,
I'm
it's
seeing, I'm seeing a, yeah, I'm seeing a part of the game that I didn't think existed. So I think that's quite
and the
surprising
game
in a
right
good way.
now looks like, oh shit, big ass spider. Oh, it's a tick. What the fuck?
Yeah, yeah. Basically, it's not turned out to be a walking simulator where you're just running through an empty world and all, like which kind of a lot of articles kind of made it sound like
No, not at
initially.
all, man.
So
In fact, the world
yeah,
definitely feels alive and lived in. They've done a great job of that. And it's just that
yeah,
it's not, it doesn't make for the best streaming content because, yes, there is a lot of walking, there is a lot of crafting, but when you're actually playing it, it's a lot of fun.
yeah,
I can
for
imagine because
sure.
it's all over. It's also like getting immersed in the world is like you'll take your own time with that, and
That's
that
what I'm
might not
saying,
make
bro.
for a very
Like
might
right
not
now, I'm
make
all
for a
about
very
immersion, you know, because like with what's happening there, I've been like role playing a lot in my games, you know, weirdly. So
yeah.
for me, oh fuck, dude, this is someone's base. I think this is, by the way, if you guys are seeing this, this is a very high level dude here, level 158, and that is his
Yeah,
base. And you
Oh,
can see
nice.
he's made like a pimped out base with like turrets and shit. Wow, he's gone
nice.
all out, dude.
So if we go there, will you get attacked or something?
Ah, no, we can try. Be
With the
like, hey
turrets.
guys, what's happening? And I'll maybe wave to him. I think that's G. I'll just wave to him. Hope he doesn't kill me. Oh yeah, he's waving back to me. He's like, "What's up, bro?"
Uh-huh.
So another thing actually that I wanted to mention is the game's community is not as toxic as normal game communities go. They're actually very friendly
Hmm.
because they know it's a niche game. So they won't be like, haha, noob, fucking die, you know. They'll be like, oh, okay, you should do this, or maybe you should do this quest then, or maybe you should do it in this order. They've been very helpful so far,
Nice.
Nice.
That's good to see.
which is awesome for an MMO of this magnitude because you're gonna need all the help you can get, you know.
Yeah.
Maybe I
Actually,
think
the more you played, like the more and more impressed I've kind of been
that's what.
getting.
And you know what? Right now, like I said, I'm just messing about. I'm not on really any mission. I'm just kind of showing you guys the world, you know, the dynamic stuff that happens in it, the resources that I can gather. But once I actually come back to say level 20 and actually get on with the Wastelanders content, there's like a lot more there to show. You know, you'll travel to different looking areas. Right now, everything looks very similar-ish, but there are some
Yeah.
areas that look very distinct from this. You know, like very irradiated areas will have like none of this. There'll be no fauna,
Hmm.
there'll be no flora, none of that shit.
Nice, nice. Maybe you should do another video when you reach that
I
level.
will actually, maybe once I reach like a higher level, I'll hit my 2025. Maybe we can then do some mid to end game content kind of thing. Because right now, I'll hopefully even have better weapons to show off by then. Because right now, I'm just surviving on scraps. Those two super
So how
mutant
fast?
encounters took out like my weapons also, three of my weapons.
So how
Sorry?
fast do you level up though?
If I like right now, I'm earning like chindi experience because I'm just like moving around the game world, right? But if I was to actually go from quest to quest, I level up fairly fast.
Okay.
Like I said, I put in 6 hours and I'm almost level 9 or 10. So maybe
What's a
like
level cap?
there is, I don't think there's a level cap because I saw a level 220 guy or a 250 guy there.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So and you can level up faster. So I'll just so I'm gonna bring up the map, and over here there are challenges. And by doing these challenges, I can level up and gain atom points as well. So there'll be daily challenges like kill an X amount of creatures or pick up so many flowers or some shit, whereas a weekly challenge will be take part in couple of random in-game events or kill bigger creatures, whereas you'll have like other challenges that say that reach level 20 or 25, and every time you hit these milestones you'll be rewarded in some way or another. So the game's generous in a way that it doesn't feel like you hit a brick wall, you're not like, it's not an uphill climb. Oh, meat. Let's go hunting for some meat.
Cool. So I think we have pretty much all our questions answered for this one particular video.
For sure.
We should give this a shot again.
Definitely. And if you guys, and to all the guys out there listening, if there is a free, we can definitely try it out. If you have the bandwidth, you will like what it brings to the table, then you can get the whole game. And I feel this game will go on sale quite often.
Yeah, that's the thing with the Bethesda games anyway.
Yeah, they come in at like really high prices, but then they kind of go on sale as well.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go. Dude, I don't even know what these mini fucking bot-like guys are, but they're just all over the map, man. And they just kill
They're
the...
like those portal turrets. They
Yeah!
look like those portal.
It's really aggro dudes, man. Just shoot you. Hey, here's my meat. So I'm trying to hunt. I'm trying to hunt this stag with 2 heads. Oh, there you go. Sorry.
You remember when there was that whole controversy?
The
when they
Brahmin
were
thing.
launching for- Yeah, the Brahmin thing.
So there are a lot of Brahmins
Look
in
at the
this game.
god rays in this game.
Yeah, that's pretty dope looking, dude. Like, check it out. So the Brahmin is still in the game, by the way. In fact, in one of the missions, like in the tutorial, I had to kill one and cook its meat. And I was like, oh ho. Dudes would really be upset with this shit, dude, And what you guys are saying, just FYI, this is like the very first settlement you come down from. So you enter, so when you start the game, you start in Vault 76, hence the name.
Right.
And this is your first settlement. So you definitely spend a lot of time in this area, which is why I've been like farting around in and about, just killing creeps, gathering stuff. And yeah, then as you play, you can explore. The game actually has like, I would say, a good 200-300 hours of content in it. So for guys who like a lot of gameplay as well, this is a great bang for your buck there.
Nice, nice.
Yeah, I think that's about it for us today, for this session. If you like us playing more games, just talking about them, do let us know if there are any games you want us to check out, old stuff, new stuff, whatever. And be sure to hit that like, subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one.
Thanks for watching, guys.